People change like the tides in the ocean. At least I think, or am I dead wrong? Food on the break of the light, I don't notice. I sit and wait until the next song. 20 hours in an old fan of the East Coast.
What's upstairs? You just go upstairs. Ginger.
That's not right.
Ginger, a spaceship. You're away for some reason.
A spaceship will do it, man.
Watch out for that spaceship, Ginger.
No, the spaceship!
Fuck! Okay, are you still recording? Did you just leave like 20 seconds of silence in there?
Yeah.
Alright.
Hard to say.
Do you have to use the bathroom?
Nope.
Alright, good, because I do. Forrest, do me a favor. Entertain the camera.
You know, it's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've had to entertain the camera.
Mm-hmm.
We only did guest episodes for like a long time.
We had like 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Great.
Me and George haven't podcasted for like a month on our own. Just us two. And I'll be honest with you guys, we barely had conversation while he was away. Away? I know, right? Well, George was on a road trip with his family for like 2 weeks. And I guess I don't count. So I was just kind of left here. He locked me in the set. You guys can't see it, but there's a mini fridge off to the side. He left me 14 Lunchables, one for each day. And it was rough, but I did find out the best way to eat a Lunchable, you know, if you're going to ration it for the whole day. So listen up, guys. Take notes. You'll want to start with the crackers in the morning. If you start with the crackers in the morning, they'll expand in your stomach and they'll last you the longest. Now, in the morning, we also know you're not really going to do the most. When it gets to about lunchtime, you're going to go in on the ham. Not the cheese, but the ham, okay? You're going to go in on the ham because it has the most amount of protein. And so that's a no-brainer, right? Because, like, during lunchtime, that's when you're really going to get your workouts in. I was like a prisoner, so basically I was just, like, doing pull-ups off of everything while he was away and I was stuck in the set. And to finish off your day, you're going to treat yourself to cheese and dessert at once. Your stomach's going to be very full, and it's just going to, like, send you right to sleep. I was telling them about how you locked me in the set while you were away.
Yeah, I didn't want anyone to, like, break in. It was just someone had to, like, you know, take care of Rocket. So it was a good idea for me to bolt the door shut.
Yeah, so I couldn't get to Rocket.
No, so you couldn't get to him.
But I could think about him.
You could think about taking care of him.
Yeah.
He was balling when I got back.
He was balling when I visited.
Yeah.
His water was like really low.
Really?
He didn't ask me to visit when I did. He would have been out of water.
Really? Which one was it? Was it the one like in front or the one on the side?
Oh, I didn't know there was one on the side.
There was one on the side. That's where he usually gets his water.
No, it was the one on the front.
Okay, because my dad was worried that like he would run out of water, so he bought another one and he put that one like right in front of his cage.
Yeah, I was wondering why he wasn't fucking going for it. When I filled it up, I was like, "Yo, you're not thirsty? I thought you've been rationing, man."
No, he when you were like he almost ran out of water, I was like, what the fuck? Did he drink like? Cause like the one on the side is like 2 like Dasani water bottles to fill it up. Okay. That's why I was like, in 1 week he drank all of that. Is there something going on with him? Oh,
my bad. You also told me I could give him a raisin, so I gave him like 7.
Good.
When I went over.
I meant
it was just really cute because he kept.
When Rocket like when he eats his raisins or any snack, he'll like eat it like a sandwich. He'll take both hands and just like start chomping on it. When like later on that night when I was like, oh fuck, I only said 1 raisin, I was like, I hope you gave him more.
No, dude, I gave him so many fucking raisins.
Good.
Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, I
left a few in the cage.
That's good.
So if he's really plump now, that's my bad.
I noticed he was a lot slower, like to run around yesterday. No, because I usually give him like 3 raisins a day. Yeah. You know, like I'll come back after a long night of doing fucking whatever. Yeah. I'll give him 3 raisins, just like watch him do it. Give him a little stick, you know, so he can chomp on that.
Yo, we did an intro.
No,
we're podcasting. We did an intro.
I've been trying to think about an intro. Something.
It's your week.
It is my turn to.
You've had 2 weeks to think of an intro. I've been stuck here.
I did think of an intro.
Mm-hmm.
and it was gonna be you crying here,
and
then I walk in and I'm back and I'm like, hey, what's up, everybody?
Yeah, I shot that down instantly.
Yeah, you did shoot that down instantly. So I had to I was like, fuck, I gotta think of something new. What's up, everyone? It's the Obligatory Podcast. I'm George.
And this is Forrest.
And that's Forrest. Let's just hop right into it.
Do you think we're cooler than other podcasts because our props are live? Like, they're real? Like, we use them? You know, like, if you watch, like, The Yard or something, they have a fire pit, but it's not real. They don't light fires in that.
No.
We have mugs and we drink out of them for real.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Like Good Mythical Morning does.
I watch, like, quite a few podcasts now. I've been getting a lot more into podcasting ever since I started my own, trying to...
No, same.
Trying to look for ideas.
Literally doing research. Yeah.
And they don't drink, and I'm like, alright. I'm waiting for them to, take a little sip or, play with the toys that they have on their desk. They just don't do it.
I don't know what's up with that. Were they all told not to?
Maybe they just don't have ADHD.
They have if you have a podcast, you have ADHD.
I think you have a podcast, you're an egocentric narcissist monster.
Yeah, and that's like a symptom. So it flows in totally.
No, but I think we're a good thing about our podcast is that we're always fidgeting with something.
Yeah, it makes us more real.
Like our
Shut up, man.
we're always fidgeting with our
more real.
Yeah.
You know, one of my favorite fidgets is spinning my ring on the table, but it gets picked up by the mic, so I can't do it.
No, I spin my rings around.
Oh, me too.
My finger. I'm sure the audience has probably noticed that. Maybe they're not looking at me though.
Yeah,
they're probably not.
They're looking at the real show, which is of course your new pillow pet.
Oh yeah, I'll get into this guy a little bit later, but for the audio listeners, I have a Buc-ee's pillow pet that I bought while I was on my trip. I'm back from my trip.
Yay! George is back.
Hooray!
The world was so unfunny without him.
That's what I was hoping for. It was for context. Sorry for coughing.
Yeah.
I just went on a 16-day long road trip around the country with my family.
Yeah, like y'all went to the other coast.
We went. Yeah. We drove all the way to California and back, and the main hook of our trip was going to a bunch of different national parks, and this trip just wasn't made for me. I'll just say
you were engineered to never step foot outside unless it is ideal temperature.
Let me just get into the story. I come back for Easter weekend, Greek Easter weekend. I'm Greek, sorry, and
Orthodox perhaps.
Yeah, Greek Orthodox. And I'm talking with my parents. And at one point, they just kind of drop a ball on me. They're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we're going on a road trip for these weeks. So look forward to that. Don't make plans during that time." And I was like, "Okay, what's what are we doing?" And they were like, "Oh, we're gonna go on a road trip across the country, and we're gonna go to parks, different parks." If there's one thing about me, if there are multiple things about me, it's that I hate road trips, I hate being in cars, I hate vacations, and I hate being outside.
So, for the last 16 days, you've been either in a car, in a hotel room, or outside of a national park in a beautiful country.
Yeah. When I say that I went on a 16-day long road trip across the country.
If you did a 16-week one, you'd die.
I would kill myself. If I did a 16-day long road trip across the country, visiting different national parks. Some of you, maybe a lot of you in the audience would think, wow, that actually sounds like a really cool life experience. That's a cool life experience. Yeah. And I'm not trying to say that I'm not appreciative of the opportunity that was bestowed upon me these past 2 weeks. I get that it's like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and lots of kids across the world would do anything
kids and adults.
to do this. And adults.
Yeah.
Take those kids on that road trip. I'm not one of them. Everything about this trip was just not my thing. I held my tongue throughout the entire trip. I put on a smirk on my face the entire time.
Yeah, a smirk, which is Just so close to being happy.
I put my headphones on. I played on my Switch. I played on my phone. I listened to music for the entire time. I didn't make one single complaint.
Really?
No. Yeah. One.
Like not even to like a brother or something?
No.
Interesting.
Well, not to my parents. To my brothers, I was like, I don't really want to be here, and they're like, oh, well, whatever. We are here. It's
funny because it was also your brother's trip that he planned. Right?
Yeah. The thing about this trip is that it was a kind of a going away like gift, I guess, to Alex, because he's going to college, so they wanted to send him off with a big trip, and so he planned most of the trip. What was my trip for my graduation? That's a great question, audience. Anyway, Alex, he really wanted to go to all these different national parks, so he planned the whole trip. My mom, she threw in her own little places that she wanted to go, like San Francisco, which is a cool place.
Yeah.
And Dimitri was like, hey, I just want to go fishing at some point.
What?
Yeah.
On a road trip?
Dimitri loves fishing.
He can go fishing here.
He can. We don't really take him though, because we'll always have like work or something.
I guess.
So they were like 2 weeks.
I want to go fishing.
You do?
I've never done it.
Okay.
And I don't know. I'd like to go fishing. I just want to see what all the hype's about.
It's a good experience to have. I've done it. Not my thing.
You want to go fishing with me?
Yeah.
Do you know how to fish? Can you teach me?
I can.
Can you teach a man to fish?
I can. I theoretically know how to do it. I know how to hold the line and cast it into the ocean.
Yeah.
But I don't have it I don't have it in there.
I've touched a fishing rod once in my life, and I got the hook in my back.
Yeah.
So that was as far as I get with fishing. Not very successful. I was very young. I think I was at a lake, and I just wanted to see what it was like, so I just took a random guy's fishing fishing pole, and I was
just going
tried to cast it, but I put it backwards and classically got it stuck in me.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't tell my parents though, because I'm a fucking trooper.
That's
Mom didn't raise no bitch.
That's good. I'm glad you're not a bitch. I am a little bitch, however, and I'm gonna continue complaining about this road trip that I went on.
Please do.
Yeah, so everyone got their own little thing that they wanted to do, right? But since I was at VCU and not around, no George input was added. So it was just 2 weeks of things.
Not even a measly little text to you?
No. It was just hey, we planned this whole trip and you're going on this, and I'm like, well, I guess I got
That's
it now.
what I call stress-free vacation. It's stress-free. You don't got to make any decisions.
Well, no.
It's great.
Because the things that we were doing were very stressful for me. Another thing I have to just throw into the audience about me.
I caught it.
Go
Don't worry,
ahead and catch that one. Being in a car is one of my most anxiety-inducing scenarios. Just being in a car for over an hour, I'm always just gonna lose it, right?
Yeah, you guys should see George drive. He drives like a cartoon character. His hands don't stop turning the wheel.
It's mostly when I'm a passenger. I already don't drive places for longer than maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But in a car, on the way back from VCU, which is an hour and a half drive, the last times I did it, I had panic attacks so bad that I had to have my parents pull over so I could just exist outside.
Yeah.
So this road trip was real rough when I was in the car, because I'm not gonna complain.
No.
What's that gonna solve? And I also get extremely car sick, and I would pop Dramamines, right?
Left and right, like they're candy.
Like they're pop a Dramamine like it's candy.
Yeah. At some point you took to crushing them and snorting them, but that didn't work either.
No, it made it a little worse. It got to my brain more. I don't know. It was just an exhausting trip. So I had to be in a car for 12-hour days.
Oh, that's basically torture.
Yeah,
straight
almost
torture.
Every single day for 2 weeks. And I also just I like having a place to exist by myself. I can deal with being in a car here in our state. Mm-hmm. Because I can always come home and decompress, but I can't decompress in a hotel because it's a new place for me, and I'm a little on edge. I don't know what's up with this room. Another thing, a lot of the places that we stayed at over the break were just straight up awful, straight up horrendous. And when I say that, I mean they had no Wi-Fi.
Wow, how can you live, George?
I don't know how
can a podcaster live without Wi-Fi?
I don't know. There were 2 places that we stayed at that didn't have Wi-Fi. The first one we stayed at for about 2 days. Mm-hmm. So it was 2 days of me not having any access to Twitter, to Instagram threads.
Oh, you mean to X?
To X now.
Yeah.
It wasn't X.
When you guys are watching this, you'll know it as X, and tweeting as X,
mm-hmm.
as making an X.
Xing, if you will. And you'll be looking at X pictures, and reading X paragraphs, and watching X videos.
Yeah, X longers.
And then this other place that my mother, bless her soul, would never cease to amaze me how she would consistently pick the most racist looking places for us to sleep at. We went to a sundown town, Forrest.
George, what is a racist, like, how do you know when you walk in?
How do I know when I walk in? Well, for what, the second place that we stayed at that didn't have working Wi-Fi, it was like we were driving by Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. Not the one in Nevada, the one in Arizona.
Forgot about that one.
Which is a lot worse.
Yeah.
And it was like, we went past it, and my mom was like, all right, we're going to take a right here. And it was like a long dirt path off the highway. Yeah. So we go off the dirt path, we're driving, and then we get to a bunch of like shitty houses with a bunch of pickup trucks out in front.
Yeah.
My awareness is alert.
Yeah.
But I'm not like the sirens aren't ringing.
Yeah. The tolerance is about as good as the gas mileage. It's like a rule of thumb.
Yeah, it's like, all right, whatever. And then I start seeing a lot of Native American memorabilia.
Like the old, like, racist kind?
Like the old racist kind. Yeah. Like, they have the statues.
Like the little guys?
There are signs that, they don't even say Native American. They say Indian still.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Like, there are signs that are like Indians Motown. It's like, ooh.
Yeah.
And, like, there are, like, statues, like, wax statues of Native Americans, and they're, like, all real shitty, like, because they've been in the sun. Yeah. And then we saw one car that had a bunch of Confederate flags on it, and that's when I was like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah, weird place to choose for sure. Also, this just registered. A sundown town?
A sundown town.
A sundown town.
That's what it felt like.
A town where you can't be out past sundown?
We were out past sundown.
What?
Yeah.
In the sundown town?
In the sundown town. Thank God my mom was the one who got out to talk to the people working. And my mom, for the audio listeners at home, I am a half black, half white person. My mom is white. She was the one who got out of the car to book the hotel. And they were all like nice. They were chummy with her. We were there like later than we should have been, past like booking time. And they were like, we'll throw you a bone, right? So she's like, all right, awesome, great. And we have a dog. They're like, whatever. And then the black members of our family get out of the car.
Yeah. You three roll up.
Us four. My father and my two brothers and I. And people were like coming out of their hotels to look at us. It was like we were zoo.
They got the binoculars.
Yeah,
they were like, I looked like that guy last Friday. I was doing a show.
It was Halloween. Yeah, and like we were actually getting like looks
that's like
from people.
Yeah.
And then this was on the way back. This is the hottest the Earth has been in its history.
Yeah.
In the place that we were staying, it was 115 degrees.
Oh yeah.
And also, the AC wasn't working.
Did you guys like buy eggs and cook it on the streets or anything?
I think we saw someone like with a steak on top of their car.
That's like, you might as well, right?
Yeah.
When in 115 degree heat.
Cook an egg on your car.
Cook an egg on your car.
You gotta wash your car first.
Yeah.
But cook an egg on your car.
Just do it.
The first place that we went to was the Badlands, which is like, I don't know if you're familiar. George, put a picture of the Badlands.
I've heard of the Badlands.
It's just like it's kind of like the Grand Canyon, but like kind of lamer, I guess.
Yeah.
And then we had to leave early because we were playing a little too close to the edge, and my mom got scared.
Oh yeah, that happened when I was at the Grand Canyon. My mom was like, I would like get real close to the edge and she would like freak out. Yeah,
which like it's understandable, but also the edge looks like so much fun.
It looks like so much fun over there.
That's what I
was like, hey mom, why don't we do pull-ups off the edge of the Grand Canyon?
Well,
What? One? What? And she wasn't having a good time, but I thought it was cool.
Dimitri, he was like really close, and he also has like a poor sense of balance. Mm-hmm. So it was like it made sense of why we were like, "Hey, get away from the edge." And he looked at my mom and he went, "But it looks like fun."
Really?
Yeah, that's a real thing that he said.
I mean, I think the safe way to like look over the edge is like some people like lay down and they're just like left like their shoulders up like over the edge.
I had this like series of pictures that I took over the vacation because I wanted to have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
So I would plank in really weird like
You were
places.
doing planking in 2023?
Yeah, that's why it's funny.
I'm down with that. Are you gonna make a post?
No, I only took 2 pictures. I did it like way too late into the trip for it to be like, you know, a funny post. Mm-hmm. But at one point there was like we were looking over this like beautiful landscape, right? And it was like bricks, right? And then like a tiny little patch, and then like a huge cliff.
Okay.
And I was like, I want to plank like over this. Right? And it's like if I somehow fell over on top of my face, if I flopped inwards, I would have landed on like that patch of grass and had been fine.
Yeah.
But my entire family was like, George, that's so stupid. It wasn't. It was so safe.
They just don't get content.
Exactly.
You know, they don't know where your focus is.
They don't.
They're focused on the now. You're focused
on the funny picture.
The funny picture.
I'm focused on the funny picture.
Which is arguably even more the now than they're focused on.
Exactly. That's what I'm always saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm always saying. After that, we went to Mount Rushmore. Whatever.
How were the faces?
Looking
good?
They're gray.
Yeah.
That's
looking a little pale today, Jefferson.
That's just kind of like how it is for like my opinions on most of the places that we went to. Whatever.
Yeah.
I went to Yellowstone National Park. Yeah, it was pretty.
I heard that place was cool. You see any geysers or whatever the fuck is there?
Yeah, we saw Old Reliable. Yogi? We didn't see Yogi Bear, but we did see Old Faithful, Old Reliable. Whatever.
Is that what they're called?
There's one. There's one geyser that goes off routinely every 90 minutes for some reason. Unlike any other.
That's probably fake.
It's not fake.
No, it is. Like we probably harness it.
I don't care.
We probably harness it.
We probably do.
Did you drink from it?
What?
I don't know.
It's sulfur.
Oh.
It's just all sulfur.
What? I thought it was like steam.
Well, there's steam. You can't drink steam.
You can catch it. Wait for it to
condensate.
Cool down. Yeah.
Drink half water, half sulfur.
Dude, you're shooting down all my ideas.
I'm sorry. Hey, my family shot down all of my ideas. We were in Minnesota, right? Mm-hmm. This was like the second day of the trip, and I was like, in my head, I was like, this is just gonna be 2 weeks of me not having like anything that I'm interested to do, right?
Yeah.
And we're in Minnesota, and my dad found this brochure, and he was like, "Hey, George," and I was like, "Yes, Father." And then he said, "There's a National Spam Museum here."
That's so cool.
That's what made me go.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit that like my family would go out of our way to like look for.
Yeah,
'cause that's the cool shit. Like the roadside attraction stuff.
Those are like those are the things that like.
Those are near and dear to my heart.
Those are the bones that should have been thrown to George. Mm-hmm. I have a deep affinity for the completely stupid and absolutely unnecessary.
Yeah, there's a giant shoe house in Pennsylvania. I recommend.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah,
and
most of them have like a little like exhibit or like you learn like one cool thing about the place and you're like, oh, okay.
Like, sure, Yellowstone is cool.
Yeah.
Grand Canyon is pretty. Yeah. Mount Rushmore is like a little weird, but not like that weird.
No, it is that weird.
It is weird, but like
it's extremely weird.
To me, it's like that makes sense.
That makes sense.
It makes sense that a president would want his face carved into a mountain. You know what doesn't make sense?
Maybe you're just like them.
Maybe I just want my face up there.
I think so.
But like having an entire museum, a full-fledged museum, dedicated to this piece of meat in a can.
Yeah, like
that's interesting.
That's super interesting.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to see that. And they're like, we could maybe check it out. But then I looked it up. It was Sunday. It was closed.
No.
And also we had already passed it.
Oh. Well, and you could loop around.
We also didn't have enough time.
Oh, well,
to
never
loop
mind
around because we had the hotels booked.
You should go to the Pez Museum. I think it's in like New Jersey or something.
Pez Museum?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I went with my family. It was actually like pretty cool.
I do want to see that.
Yeah.
We'll have to go sometime.
I'm always down for a food museum.
You want to go to the International Spam Museum?
Yeah.
In Minnesota?
Yeah.
I'm down.
Where the fuck is Minnesota? Where is Minnesota?
It's past Ohio.
Oh, so it's up there.
It's like a 2-day trip.
Oh, okay.
At most. At least.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we drove all the way down to Wyoming. That's where the first place that we didn't have Wi-Fi was.
Yeah.
And what I will say is that something that I've always wanted to do is to see like a full night sky without light pollution.
Yeah, it's hard. We live in the suburbs of like a city, so it's like really hard to get that around here.
Yeah. But like when we were at Wyoming, we could see that because we kind of like we were kind of in the middle of nowhere. It was another sun downtown.
Yeah.
But this one was more like accepting of black people existing out past nighttime because they couldn't see us.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was so beautiful.
It's so pretty. It's like I would never live in a small town.
Mm-mm.
I simply wouldn't do that.
No.
However, that is like probably the top reason that I would be down to live in a small town is like I love seeing like a full star, like a full night sky.
You could see like the Milky Way a little bit, and that was really cool. And I could see like a bunch of different constellations.
Yeah, do you get that app?
Like, I didn't get the app. I couldn't download the app.
Were you that guy that was like, oh, that one? That's actually Orion's belt.
No, that was my brother.
That right there? Oh, that's his dog. That's the bow. No, that's how you can see the entirety of Orion.
Oh.
Are you with me? No. Oh, here's my laser pointer.
I'll laser point into the night sky.
Yeah. Well, my dad used to do that with me.
Laser point into the night sky?
Yeah.
Or just point at the.
Well, like to show you where the constellations were.
Oh, okay.
You know,
yeah.
Little Dipper, Big Dipper.
You like reflected off the dome, off the Earth dome, the laser pointer.
Yeah.
Because the night sky isn't real.
Yeah, off the tarp.
Yeah. My brother, he wants to be an astronaut, so he knows all of those constellations. So it was just like.
Yeah, he knows about the tarp.
he
wants to be an astronaut, which really means he just needs scissors. But whatever.
Yeah. So he was pointing all that stuff out to me. That was really cool. There was a solar storm, the day that we were in Wyoming when we had the full night sky, and they were like, oh, it's gonna be like really cool. Aurora Borealis is gonna be visible in all of these states,
which has never happened before in the U.S.
No, well, it's in Alaska.
Well, that's
like
different.
Down in Wyoming and Maryland, like that's not happening. So like my whole family stayed up like so late to try and see it, like 2 a.m.
Yeah,
and then like you just didn't see it.
That's upsetting.
It didn't happen.
Was it just like super faint?
It was like so faint.
Yeah,
it wasn't like
It wasn't what you wanted, like pictures that you've seen.
I want like a picture in front of it. I feel like I had a really good Instagram story planned.
You want a picture of like you opening your mouth and it going like into it.
Yeah, that would have been. That would have been funny.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You're welcome.
It didn't happen though, and that's never gonna happen.
Hey, next time you go to Iceland,
I'll make sure to take
that
picture. Get a picture of me planking in front of Aurora Borealis.
No, dude, get it so that it looks like you're on top.
Like standing on it?
No, like planking on top of it.
Dude.
Just like, I mean, it's gonna hurt when you land, but jump. Jump.
Like leap off a building.
Yeah.
Land face.
Just like set up a mattress, you should be fine.
Yeah.
Get like a hay bale. It works in Assassin's Creed.
Then afterwards, we went to San Francisco, which of all the places that was like planned, I guess was the coolest. But I still didn't like leave with much like positive feelings about it, if that makes sense. Like I'm a city boy at heart. So we went to Chinatown in San Francisco, but it was still just like
which is like a destination.
Of the cities that I've like been to, kind of weak.
Well, San Francisco in my head at least has always been like a secondary city.
Yeah, you go to California
it's
for
like a B tier. Like it's like a cool city to go to, and they have cool things. And Chinatown is like, in my eyes, like the thing to do if you're there.
Yeah.
But it's still like, it's not LA, you know.
Yeah.
It's not
It's not Hollywood. It's not Miami or Tampa.
Tampa?
I don't know. I was just trying to think of Tampa's cooler than San Francisco. I feel.
That's good that you feel that way.
Thank you. I had authentic boba in Chinatown. That was really good.
What makes it authentic?
It was in Chinatown.
Okay. How is it different?
Different ingredients, different pizza, Papa John's.
Okay. Dude, Papa John's. I got reminded recently about his therapy sessions.
Yeah. My brother's on a keto diet, and at Papa John's they sell like a pizza that he could actually eat.
Yeah.
So we stopped at Papa John's like every 3 days.
Really?
Yeah, it was like,
wow.
Oh, I had so much Papa John's.
Did you meet Papa?
I did not meet Papa, unfortunately. I made a Papa John was in rehab for 20 months to stop saying the N-word joke.
Yeah.
No one got it. They didn't get it.
It's so funny.
It's such a good one.
If you guys don't know, because you guys probably don't, because apparently nobody knows about this,
Yeah.
Papa John's went to rehab because he was saying the N-word too much. So his PR team was like, 20 months speech therapy or rehab or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to bet it didn't even work.
I mean, he
doesn't say it publicly anymore.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we went to San Francisco. It was whatever. I don't care much about, like, the beach or being on the water.
Yeah.
And that's where San Francisco is. So me and my brother Alex, we walked like 4 miles that day. Just walking.
To where?
From Chinatown to San Francisco, because I really wanted to see the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah.
The red one in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And, you know, we went to a bunch of different shops. My little brother, Dimitri, and my dad, they went fishing. My mom was just enjoying San Francisco. San Francisco was her idea.
Has she, like, been there before a lot or something?
She went there once, and she loves it.
Yeah.
She's always wanted to go there for college, or, like, live there, maybe, something like that.
Yeah.
So she was like, I want to go back to San Francisco.
That's fair.
And so we did that. And, yeah, I really wanted to see the Golden Gate Bridge. And after, like, 5 hours in San Francisco, my parents were like, all right, we'll drive over the bridge. You'll be able to see it from the side, right? And I had this fantastic Instagram story in mind.
Yeah.
For the viewers. If you saw the cult episode,
which I'm sure you did.
I'm sure you did.
I'm sure you did because you don't hate us.
No, you watch every single episode.
You don't fucking despise us. You don't want us to die.
Every single episode.
All of them.
You have notifications on.
You have notifications on.
And you remember.
Subscribed.
You remember
You're
every
subscribed.
single joke and story that we tell.
And we're on your calendar.
Yeah.
We're on your calendar.
Mondays and Fridays. You
3
have
3 p.m. We're on your fucking calendar.
Booked. If you remember in the last episode with Ryan Sword.
Which I'm sure you do.
The very beginning of the episode, we talk about bridges.
Yeah, because Ryan's really into them.
Ryan is a big fan of bridges.
He's a big architecture guy.
And when I was in San Francisco, I was like, I'm going to make an Instagram story, right?
I mean, that's the bridge.
That's the bridge.
Like, when you think of bridges in America,
you think of the Golden Gate Bridge.
You think of the Golden Gate Bridge.
It's that one.
It's the red one.
And they were like, all right, we're going to drive by it, and George, you can get your stupid fucking picture.
Yeah.
Those were the words that they said to me. They said those words to me.
With malice. And they stuttered, too.
And they stuttered, too. And so, like, we were driving over there, and we noticed this, like, huge cloud of fog off in the distance, and we're like,
that's unfortunate.
Wonder what that is. And then we started going over the bridge, and oh no, the entire cloud of fog is covering up the entire bridge, so I couldn't even get a picture of it. No Instagram story that day. I was gonna tag Ryan Sword and be like, this one's for you, buddy.
And he would have loved that.
He would have loved it. Everyone would have loved that.
That would have made Ryan Sword's, like, month. And yeah, it's just...
And of course, the day that I go on the bridge, it's foggy, and you can't see shit.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
It's
so sad. Then the next day I spent, they went to the Redwood Forest.
That's cool. I always wanted to go
It's
there.
a cool forest. I stayed home.
Okay.
And also...
Allergies.
No, just didn't want to go. And then they went to the Sequoia National Forest.
Mm-hmm. Less interesting.
Yeah, I stayed home for that one too.
Yeah. When
I stayed home, I was either playing Ocarina of Time.
Yes. Yeah.
Playing Majora's Mask.
Okay.
Or 100%ing Mario Galaxy. That was most of my trip. Or I was editing. I edited 3 podcasts.
Yeah.
Over my break too, because we like pre-rolled the shit out of them.
Oh yeah.
Then my mom wanted to go see the Grand Canyon, right? Which we had already done, like 6 years prior.
Yeah.
But 6 years, the Grand Canyon can change in that time.
Oh, I mean, it's known. Rocks are known for changing like every few years.
Mm-hmm.
They like dye their hair. They get a new piercing.
Yeah.
Maybe a tattoo.
Yeah. So it's like, all right, we'll see what's up with good old Grand Canyon. What's she up to? So like we drive like all the way down to the Grand Canyon in Arizona, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, it's in Arizona. And
we went to like a different, like the undersection, and we got there late. So it was like public access is like over, and so it was just like private tours, like helicopter tours.
Yeah.
And we just couldn't go in because we don't have a membership to go into the Grand Canyon.
It would be a weird thing to have.
So then we had to go all the way back up and like keep going, like, because that was like pretty much the last thing that we had planned.
Yeah.
Then we were gonna go back home. So essentially that day we drove 2 hours.
Yeah.
Back because we had that huge like detour downwards and then like spiking.
Just went straight up.
Straight upwards. Yeah. So that was pretty upsetting on my part, or on all of our parts, but it was like, oh, waste a day.
Yeah. It has to happen eventually.
We went to Yosemite National Park, which is like a cool national park, but once you go to Yellowstone, like, all national parks kind of just suck.
You've been to the peak. There's so many national parks that are just like...
They're just pretty.
They're just like fine, you know, like they're not like the national parks.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, it's like a cool fucking meadow.
Mm-hmm.
And...
What else is there?
Oh, there's a neat rock here.
It's a pretty important rock.
Wow, look at that land bridge.
I don't give a shit.
You know, like, okay, man, that's a cool land bridge. Like, let's move on.
Yeah, and we went through the Navajo, which is in Arizona, which is the hottest part of America. Again, it was 115 degrees.
Death Valley was the hottest part.
It might be Death. Is Death Valley in America?
I thought it was in California.
It might be. Actually, you know what? You're right. It is.
Just to fact check you, because I know our viewers are pretty adamant on the fact that we have to get things right.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, they make fun of us.
Yeah, they leave comments.
If they leave comments.
Do it. Leave a comment.
Leave a Spotify review. You know what? 5 stars, please.
Please give us.
I don't know who left us low reviews, but we have 3.9 stars.
I know who left us a low review.
Who?
It was my fat friend.
Really?
Yeah.
She's ruining our stats.
She's ruining our stats.
That's not okay. Because I gave us 5 stars.
I gave us 5 stars, and we only have 3 reviews.
So what the fuck? Why can't we skew it? So when other people want to skew it, then they're suddenly important and valued enough to average it out?
Oh my fucking...
I don't think so.
Dude, I hate her so much.
I don't think so.
She's ugly.
Okay, don't run this bit.
She smells bad.
I'm not okay with people smelling bad.
No, I'm not okay with it either.
George, I'm getting into perfume and cologne right now.
Okay. What kind of perfumes and colognes?
I don't know. I just ordered about $100. Well, off of like a cheap site.
Oh.
Like one of those like imitation sites. So like they don't. Obviously, perfume and cologne is like super expensive.
Okay.
Right. Like you go buy like one bottle for $100.
Yeah.
I bought like 5 or 6 bottles for like heavy discount and $100 just to see what I'm into. So expect an update next week. Leave them wanting more.
The obligatory
smell
smelling episode right now? You don't smell like anything.
Yeah, I know.
My cologne was like $80, I think. So get fucked.
Yeah, that's really embarrassing.
It is really embarrassing. Then the last week of the trip was pretty much just, hey, it's okay, buddy. It's okay, man. You don't have to cry. You don't have to cry on the podcast. For the audio listeners at home, there are tears coming like down his cheeks.
There aren't tears.
Spacing his chubby cheeks with his tears. I love Community.
When you were away, it was a hard time, but I would like go to like parties and stuff, and people would be like, "Oh, where's George?"
Really?
Yeah, they'd be like, "Where's your other half?" And I was like, "What the fuck is going on, guys?" Like, I was invited. Like, you invited me.
Yeah.
And him, but that doesn't mean we're coming together. Why do you guys think we're always coming together?
No, we're not. He's usually coming a lot earlier.
We come at very different rates.
Yeah. Depends on the day, really.
Yeah, like he comes a lot more, but a lot faster.
Yeah.
But I'm in there for the marathon.
No, I come a lot.
Yeah.
But it usually takes me like a while. It's like a big like reward, whereas Forrest is just like coming and coming and
I'm
coming.
I'm like a fucking machine gun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Back to my trip.
Back to your trip.
The last week or so was pretty much just like driving days. We're in this car nonstop, 10 hours, and another thing that the audience they just have to know about me, which I assume they already do.
Yeah, I was wondering when you were gonna bring this up.
Some people try to make this argument that I have a pissing
George
problem.
has to piss like once an hour.
No.
It's like a dog marking its territory on a walk.
No.
It's insane the amount of piss that comes out of this human being.
No.
Compared to the amount of liquid that he takes in.
I drink a lot of liquid. You do not see it.
I see you drink liquid.
Yeah, I drink a lot of. This is my second Diet Pepsi.
Yeah. Do you know how much liquid I drink?
Mm-hmm.
Compared to how much I pee? It's way different.
Yeah, you drink a lot. You drink a lot less.
I drink a lot more liquid than you do.
I think
I've had 3 cans of seltzers today already.
Damn.
And I haven't peed yet.
Well, I think you just.
Because I'm disciplined, George.
Listen.
My ears are fucking open for this bullshit.
I have done extensive research
Uh-huh.
into how much I piss, which...
And it's not concerning enough to be a condition.
It isn't concerning enough to be a condition. And also, since this has been going on, like, my entire life...
Yeah.
It's just not a problem.
No, it's just how you are.
The average amount of time for a person to piss in one day is 8 to 10.
8 to 10?
Yes, it's 8. It might be 7 to 9.
7 to 9?
Let me. You know, George, put the actual statistics up on the screen.
I'm getting like a solid 3 to 4 a day.
Sweet. No. Now I have to look this up like right now.
But I'm like unloading the whole tank. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. The thing about me. How many times on average? Should you be peeing in a day?
I mean, it's the same thing as, like, apparently you're supposed to fart, like, 12 to 24 times a day, but, like...
Yes, it says
no way.
Between 6 to 7 in a 24-hour period.
Oh, yeah.
Between 4 and 10 times a day can also be normal if that person is healthy and happy with the number of times they visit a toilet.
Are you healthy and happy?
I'm so healthy and happy with how much I use the toilet.
I don't think you are, George.
I think I am.
Anybody who's ever hung out with George has heard him go, oh... Sorry, I need to go pee real quick.
Why should I be quiet about that?
Anybody ever... No, you shouldn't have to be quiet about it.
Mm-hmm.
But it also shouldn't happen once every hour. Try seeing a movie with this guy. Okay. He comes back in, he's like, hey, fill me in. And then you have to fill him in 3 more times during the movie. Yeah.
Oppenheimer's going to be a rough watch for us.
It will be. Fill you in, bro. I'm going to be asleep.
Because, like... You are probably going to be asleep.
Yeah.
You seem like you don't really want to watch this movie.
Oppenheimer?
Yeah.
No, dude. It's just fucking another Nolan movie.
It's gonna be very different from Batman.
Yeah.
This guy's real.
No, I understand that.
He existed.
I'm sure it's a good movie.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch a movie about nukes. Why would I want to do that?
Because they're awesome.
No, they're not.
They're American as fuck.
That's bad. And then I also think the Barbie movie has done too much PR.
We'll get
to the point where I'm tired of looking at it.
Well, we'll get into this.
But I really want to watch it.
I'm
tired of looking at it.
I want to watch it and then like...
You know how exhausted I am by the Ken character already?
I think he's the best one in the movie.
I'm sure he is. He's the worst one in the interviews.
Because of how Ryan Gosling is like being like, Ken has changed my life. Ken is a life-changing character for me.
I also see a lot of men posting that the movie changed their life, and they were like, this is the final straw in like what I now understand to be a patriarchy, and before I didn't really see the issues, but now after watching the Barbie movie I do, and I'm sure that like it said like it does have that message, but like
that's what did it?
That's the one for you. And maybe next pod episode we will have watched it.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll look like fucking idiots by what we say. I find it unbelievable that people who aren't already accepting of that and knowing of that watch the Barbie movie and then get convinced.
Back to my pissing problem.
Back to your pissing problem.
Which is non-existent.
Which is definitely a thing that affects us all.
It does tend to slow down some of our activities together. And in group settings. You have to go before and after.
Yeah.
Look.
It's honestly a miracle that he hasn't yet gotten up during a podcast episode to pee. Like, consider yourself lucky, viewers.
Usually after the podcast is over, we'll turn off the camera, right?
Yeah.
And I'll flip the table over and run into the bathroom.
Yeah, he long jumps it.
So I can kind of hold my piss in for a considerable amount of time.
Like, what is considerable for you? Like 30 minutes?
2 hours.
2 hours is not considerable.
I think 2 hours. Is 2 hours not considerable?
I don't know.
Because I think
I'm very mind over matter about it.
when
you can like convince yourself that you don't need to pee. That works.
When I wake up in the morning, sometimes I'll like be like, ugh, I don't want to get out of bed, so I'll chill in my bed. But when you wake up first thing in the morning, you always have to piss.
Yeah, most of the time.
So I'll like be on my phone and I'm like, oh, I gotta piss. I'll just hold it until I'm like, I want to get out of bed, and then I'll notice 2 hours has gone by. That's happened on multiple occasions.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean by like. Your body, when it needs to pee, almost never really, like, needs to pee.
No, it doesn't.
It just wants to pee. Like, you can tell yourself, like, it works. You can be like, I don't need to pee.
Yeah.
If you say that enough times in your head, you don't.
No, you don't.
It works.
I could do that, but it's also like, I don't want to hold my piss in.
You should try meditation.
I should not try meditation. Being alone with my thoughts?
You should maybe just try, like, more self-control. Maybe you should just, like, get in line with yourself.
Maybe I should.
Because I'm extremely in line with myself.
But also
that's how I never pee.
It's like...
That's why.
Forrest.
Yeah.
If I gotta piss...
I got to piss!
No, if I have to piss... What the fuck was that?
I don't know. I've never done that before.
You've never done that before. Dude, you just threw me entirely off my game. If I have to piss...
Wow, I've never done anything like that before.
If I have to piss...
Guys, I'm different than I was.
If I have to piss, why shouldn't I just allow myself to do that? It's unhealthy to hold your piss in.
I feel so healthy.
Do you?
Yeah.
Be 100%
I went to the doctors.
Yeah.
And I passed my physical.
Okay, alright.
So I'm healthy.
Yeah, I guess. I also passed my physical. My
Yeah, but you have this weird pissing problem you neglect to talk about.
I don't have to talk about it. They do the tests.
Sure.
What?
You gotta go to a piss doctor, man.
I pee 10 times a day.
Yeah.
I'm only awake for 14 hours.
Yeah.
I sleep for like 10 hours on average.
Yeah.
On average. That means I'm usually something's going over.
That's a whole separate thing.
That's not a problem.
Right.
But it's like I acknowledge that I can hold it. I would just rather not. And sometimes I overdrink the fuck.
I do think that's fair.
Yeah. And I sometimes I do overdrink.
Yeah.
Like at times when I'm going like every like 20 to 30 minutes.
If I will say if I'm like inebriated.
Yeah.
Like once you open those floodgates, you have to piss like every hour.
Yeah.
Like it is like just like a thing.
Yeah.
So you just don't stop yourself. And you know what, George? That's actually beautiful.
I'm taking back my pissing problem. I went on a lake trip last year with a few of my friends, right? And before that, we had shot the fight scene for the movie, and I was out of breath afterwards, and I chugged like a whole like Fiji bottle and then some.
Yeah.
And then on the trip there, I pissed 4 times. It was a 3-hour trip.
Hey man, I'm sure nobody in the car was annoyed with you.
They were so fucking annoyed with me. They were so tired of it.
It's good that you weren't in the car with anybody who was like, no.
Well, like, who the fuck would do that?
Dude, I know some families.
Oh yeah.
Like not my family, but I know some families where like the father in particular will be like, I don't think so. Look, we're not doing this rest stop. Maybe we could do the one after. We'll reassess. If you really need to pee, open the fucking window.
That's how my dad used to be.
That's crazy.
Like, because he was like, his pissing problem is worse than mine.
Really?
Yeah, he has diabetes, like full on.
So I can't make fun of him.
No, yeah. So hold your jokes in there.
Darn it.
You can use them on me later on in this conversation.
Thank God.
But he has to piss more than me. Like we would all go to the bathroom right on this trip, and then 40 minutes would go by. And then he's like pulling into another gas station. And I'm like, why are we stopping? Like, I gotta use the bathroom. It's like, you gotta use the bathroom. So I was getting flabbergasted.
So it wasn't an issue for you though.
What do you mean?
Like, then the constant stops, like, because you were always able. You were stopping so constantly. That, like, you never had to be the guy.
No, I maybe asked to go to the bathroom. Maybe like 3 times.
That's great for
on the
you.
trip.
That's probably really good for your anxiety levels.
Well, the other thing about my pisser problem is that I'm an anxiety pisser.
Yeah.
Which means like if I'm anxious, I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
Dude, you're like a fucking puppy.
Don't say that!
You're like a small animal, George.
I'm like a small dog. But no, if I'm feeling a little anxious, like going to the bathroom is something
Just let a little out.
It helps alleviate my anxieties.
Just let a little of the piss out.
I anytime before I go on stage to do like a performance or anything like that, like before the movie premiere, I was like, oh, I gotta use the bathroom because it's just like
that is normal.
It's a very normal thing. It happens to a lot of people. A lot of people have anxiety poops. I don't have that one.
Anxiety poops are rough.
Yeah.
Dude, what's the deal with Barnes and Noble poops? I don't get that.
The book smell just makes me want to shit.
Does it work on you?
No, because I don't go into Barnes and Nobles.
Because I've heard that. I know it works on a lot of people.
I just don't go into bookstores. Johnny has told me that like before track meets, right? Before track like whatever's, all the people have to poop right beforehand.
Well, because you don't want to have to do that and have to run. Is my thing. It's like
because then you get a little bit of swamp ass.
Yeah, my thing with like peeing before performing or like any of that is like you just don't want to have that added stress of like, oh shit, will this happen?
Yeah.
It's never for me from a place of anxiety like, oh, I'm anxious, I have to do this. It's like I would rather not have to deal with this while I'm on stage and be like, oh fuck, when's the next time I get off? Do I have enough time?
Yeah.
You know, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, but anyway, like a long time ago, my dad would be like, you just hold it until we get home, right? And then I'd piss my pants.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
This is when I was like 5 or 6.
When was the last time you pissed your pants?
Like 5 or 6.
Sure it is.
4th grade.
4th grade?
No. I don't remember.
Probably blocked it out from like last year.
It was on the trip. That's why I didn't go so much. No, the reason that I wasn't like constantly asking to go to the bathroom is that anyway, like we would be constantly stopping for a wide variety of reasons, which also made the trip like a lot longer than it should have been. Yeah. We were like we could have gotten home like last Saturday, like afternoon, last Friday night. We could have done it, but we were like,
what if I sneeze? Oh, what if it happens?
If you sneeze, I'm ending the podcast.
It's not happening.
Right
it's not gonna happen.
Right here.
It's not gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Dude, just keep talking.
So, but like, I was still like, I don't want to be the reason why my family stops every 20 minutes, right? Because I'm anxious. I'm gonna drink a lot.
I'm so in control of my nose. No idea.
And I'm in control of my bladder, Forrest. I don't believe you. To counteract my pissing problem, air quotes, I would dehydrate myself.
Yeah, which is
for an entire car trip.
It's fucking insane.
I would wake up in the morning, my throat would be dry, I would take 2 sips, maybe, of Diet Pepsi.
Yeah.
And then go like
which is crazy because that's actually not hydrating.
Hours. It's not hydrating.
It's not hydrating at all. That actually dehydrates you.
It hydrates me.
No, it doesn't.
My body has learned how to...
I don't think so.
My body has evolved past what is human.
Oh, okay.
And I'm able to hydrate myself through products that aren't supposed to, like Diet Pepsi, like Gatorade, like milk.
Gatorade's supposed to hydrate you. I think milk also hydrates you.
Milk does. Gatorade only hydrates you if you've done like extenuous exercise. Yeah. If you just drink it like straight up, it's just as bad as soda.
Yeah, well, I know that. That's why a lot of athletes just like swish it and spit it.
So yeah, I would dehydrate myself for entire car rides. So I'd also be like thirsty as fuck.
Yeah.
The entire time. On top of being anxious in the car. Yeah. On top of being hungry in the car, because I also can't really eat when we're driving.
Because you're so road sick.
I'm so like nauseous and anxious that I'm like, I'm gonna not finish this Jack in the Box burger and just let it sit out.
Jack in the Box is rough.
That's all that there really is in the Midwest.
Jack in the Box is rough.
Carl's Jr. and
I've never Carl's Jr. is alright.
Carl's Jr. is fine. Burger King, we got a lot of McDonald's.
Whataburger?
I didn't get Whataburger. Didn't get In-N-Out either.
I've heard that's good. I don't know if it is. In-N-Out is alright.
I really wanted to get Culver's.
What is that?
Culver's is like a fast food chicken chain.
Okay.
And they have like really immaculate fries. My friend Isaac at VCU, he really was like, dude, you gotta try Culver's.
I think I went to preschool with that guy.
I think you did too. Yeah, but like when we were doing like a French fry tier list, me and Isaac, and he was like, dude, if you ever get the chance, try Culver's. And we passed by a bunch of Culver's. It's Midwest to West Coast.
Oh, okay.
And so like that's where we were. Yeah. I didn't want In-N-Out because I already had In-N-Out. I get the hype. Yeah. And I don't get the hype.
It's alright.
But I really wanted to try Culver's. So like one of the last few days that we were in like the West, there was a Culver's. I was like, hey Dad, can I just get some fries? And he was like, sure, man. So we went over to the Culver's. It was 9 a.m. Culver's opened at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn it. Well, George, if you see another Culver's, let me know so that we can pull over and I can get you some French fries. We did not see any more Culvers for the rest of the trip.
You were too slow on it.
I was too scared.
You should have brought it up earlier.
I should have brought it up. I was too scared.
I want to go to Checkers again. I want to go back there.
The Checkers fries are really good.
Closest Checkers is like 40 minutes away.
So yeah, another unfortunate George doesn't get what he wants situation.
Ooh, gotta go back to Waffle House.
You do not have to go back to Waffle House.
Dude, you know how often I went to Waffle House this year?
Too
when,
often.
Like, everyone was at college and stuff?
Too often. There are better places to be at.
No, dude. After you get off work, it's like 1 or 2 a.m.
Yeah.
The workers let you in even though they're closed.
Yeah.
They were fucking in the bathroom.
Yeah. Oh,
Their names are Jazz and Doc.
I remember those guys.
Nothing hits better than that.
No, nothing tastes better than post-sex pancakes, but not like
you just had sex. Like this guy
the
just had sex.
The people who cooked it just had sex.
Yeah.
They're putting their heart and soul into it. They probably didn't.
Yeah.
That makes it taste better.
Makes it taste a way.
It makes it taste different. Yeah. So I didn't get to go to the International Spam Museum. Didn't get to take a picture of the Golden Gate Bridge. Mm-hmm. Didn't get to eat at Culver's.
Okay.
On the way back,
what did you get to do?
I'll pretty much nothing. Nothing on this trip was like me being like, hey, before even going on the trip, hey, can we do this? Yeah. I've never asked like what I wanted to do, but just like it sucks, but whatever. On the way back, we passed by Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Yeah.
And if I'm sure a lot of the audience is familiar, that is where Breaking Bad takes place.
Yep.
And so I saw a sign that was like 400 miles, Albuquerque, New Mexico, straight down Route 66. Mm-hmm. And I was like, hey, if we pass right by Albuquerque, New Mexico, can we visit the Breaking Bad house? And they were like, sure.
Do people like live there?
Yeah. So the thing about the Breaking Bad house is that after the show wrapped up, new people like moved into the house.
Yeah.
And people wanted to go see the house.
Was it like super expensive to buy?
I don't think so. I think it was just like a regular house.
Yeah, but Breaking Bad was there. But
it's not like a special house in particular. It's just where they shot Breaking Bad.
Well, it's like it's cheaper if someone died in a house to buy.
Yeah.
So like more people would want to live in that house, so they probably had to pay a lot more than their neighbors paid for the same kind of house.
I think it was the same price. I could be wrong. The special thing about the house is that there are new owners in it. Mm. And at first they would totally show people like going up to like look at the house, maybe take a picture or two.
Like of the house.
Yeah. But then fans are fucking intense. Especially Breaking Bad fans.
Too intense. Like the show's alright.
The show's really good.
Show's real good.
Not that good.
Yeah. It doesn't need to be your life.
No show is that good that it has to take over your entire life.
Yeah.
Except of course for Young Sheldon.
Whoa. I finished Young Sheldon?
Don't spoil it for me.
I know. I can't wait for season 6. I'm telling this honestly. I can't wait to see what they do with the plot in season 6. This is the truth.
What the fuck?
They set up a lot of really interesting things.
Okay.
I won't spoil it for you.
Yeah, thank goodness. So Breaking Bad fans,
when you watch it, man.
I'll get it when I watch it. Breaking Bad fans are crazy. There's this one scene in the show where Walter throws a pizza on his roof. Mm-hmm. So for like a year, people would buy pizza and then chuck it onto the roof to take a picture.
Cool, man.
Really cool thing for fans to do. So then the owner was like, okay, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna then they put a fence around it.
Yeah.
But they were still
such a fucked up way to have to live.
Yeah. It's really unfortunate that it should have never came to that point.
No.
But that's how it did. But then they were still kind of fine with people coming up to take pictures. But then the show gets more and more popular as the years go on, and people are going up to the house and taking pictures. And now this lady has her entire house surveillance almost 24/7. So then she starts yelling at people to fuck off their front porch.
Yeah.
And what they do is her entire family will just sit out on the front waiting for people.
Day?
Yeah, waiting for people to come by. And when they would come up, she would just start yelling, get out of my house, get out of my neighborhood, blah blah blah. So of course I wanted to go see that.
Does she need to do that all the time?
It's what she does.
Is that fun for her?
It's what she does. Or
does she feel such a need to do that?
Forrest. Yeah, actually, you're a bad person to ask this question. I was going to ask, would you want people to come up to your house all the time and take pictures in front of it?
No. I would hate that.
Okay.
But I feel like the fence and that's enough.
Yeah.
People can't go all the way up.
No.
You know,
but you can get a little close.
Yeah,
it doesn't like go all the way out of their drive-through. It's like 75% of the way there. I want
to just put up one of those signs that says like, if you come into my, I'll fucking shoot you, man. Come on my property, I'll fucking shoot you, and then just like have a gun. No, just have like a security officer with a gun just there all the time.
Well, this is Albuquerque, New Mexico.
That would be very Breaking Bad-esque.
Not to be classist, but they look like a very poor family, so I don't think they could hire like police or surveillance their house.
No, but it's Albuquerque, New Mexico. They could buy a gun for cheap.
Oh yeah, they could, but like. People existing outside of your house isn't
like... They could take turns on guard.
People don't trespass the house. They stand on the street to look at it.
Oh, okay.
You can't shoot someone for looking at a house, you know?
Are they white?
The family? Yeah.
Yeah, they can.
Okay. Alright, fair enough.
They can.
So yeah, like we were like getting close to the house, and I was like getting like really excited, like, oh yeah, oh boy, ooh yee. I don't know why.
Oh yay, you get to contribute to this family's fucking misery. How exciting!
It's fun. It's funny. It's interesting. Yeah, my parents were looking at reviews for their house because you could like kind of do that.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh yeah, you know, the house is it's a really cool thing to see. There's one review that said, if you're able to ignore the screaming lady, it's a really cool place. And so my parents were like kind of suddenly trying to be like,
people are bad.
Yeah, dude, what an asshole that lady is. So my parents were like kind of trying to slowly be like, hey, can we not do this? Because originally what I wanted was to get a picture of me, a story of me in front of the house, kind of going like a this thing, and the caption would be like, hey, whose house is this? And then the real ones would know, oh, that's the Breaking Bad house. Yeah. And like stand in the middle of the street.
Probably, yeah, it's just like the same model of house at any like in the neighborhood.
But then they were like, George, we're gonna just drive by it,
and
you can look out your window and see it. So I'm gonna put up on screen the video that I got of me driving by.
Didn't you post that to Instagram?
I posted it to Instagram, but
you didn't get to see much, right?
No, I drove by it, I looked at it, I recognized that it was the house, and like it was like a split second. It was a 1 second moment of happiness.
I mean, that's about as much as that's gonna be, anyways. Like that is maximum value. Like seeing the house and being like, oh, that's the house.
Yeah, that's kind of all you can do.
That's maximum value.
I would have wanted a picture in front of it, but you know, whatever.
Don't they have like statues?
I was just about to get into that.
My bad.
At the Albuquerque Convention Center, they have bronze statues of Walter and Jesse.
How do you feel about that?
How do I feel that these villains have statues commemorating their actions?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah, but how, like, that's fucked up, right?
It's one of the best shows of all time, but it is fucked up.
It's fucked up.
It's fucked up that people are like...
It's like...
trying to like kin Walter White.
Yeah, well, okay, look, if people are gonna be mad about... No, I shouldn't say this.
No, go ahead. I'll debate whether or not to cut it out later.
What's that serial killer show that Netflix made?
Dahmer?
If people are gonna be mad about glorifying Dahmer...
Okay.
Which I don't think that show really glorifies Dahmer.
Okay.
I watched it. I didn't get that vibe. And then people aren't going to be mad about Breaking Bad glorifying Walter White.
I think it's different.
I know it's different because one of them's real. That's why I said I shouldn't say it. But it's in the same exact vein.
It is.
And a lot of those people are the same people who are like kidding Walter White. And it's like,
I get
what the fuck's up?
I get that completely. But I still wanted to see it. It's still like, you know, it's cool. I like Breaking Bad. I want to see it. It was at the Albuquerque Convention Center. It was closed. Yeah. Like when we were driving by the house, it was closed. Like I looked it up before. Like I looked it up an hour beforehand. I was like, oh, it's gonna close by the time we get there. We'll just drive past it, I guess. And then we drove by the Walter White house. And then my parents booked a hotel. And we got to the hotel. And I looked behind me, and it says Albuquerque Convention Center. It's like, oh,
that's fucking perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah,
that's perfect. I can go in tomorrow morning. It opens at 8 a.m. I can go in tomorrow morning, and I can see the Walter White and Jesse Pinkman statues. Yeah. I can get my Instagram story that I want, that I have an idea for, which is me giving a salute to them, and then the caption being like, I think they were war heroes or something.
That's really funny.
That's really funny. It would have been a great Instagram story. Yeah. So we go to the hotel, I go to sleep, I'm sleeping in there like Huey, Dewey, and Louie from the DuckTales.
Yep.
So eager to see these bronze statues and get my Instagram story. I wake up, 9 a.m., take a shower, get ready, have all my stuff packed. And I'm
That's the earliest I've ever heard about you waking up.
Yeah.
That means he was really excited.
I was so excited. And, you know, I give all my stuff to my family. I'm like, all right, put this in the car. The convention center is right there. I'm in and out.
Yeah.
In and out. Like the restaurant. I'm in and out.
In and out. Just like the burger you're about to have.
So I get Alex. We walk over to the convention center. I walk up confidently up to the door. I hold it. I try to open it. The first one's locked. I go to the next door.
I mean, that's fine. There's like a lot of doors, right?
Locked. There are like 10 doors. I go to the next one. That one's locked too.
That's
okay, I just gotta figure out which one is.
Like, normally they lock a lot of these doors.
Yeah.
It's like, it's easier to close up at night.
Exactly. And, the thing, it has to be open. I looked it up on Google. Opens at 8 a.m.
It's open.
Closes at 5 p.m.
What day is it?
It's a weekend day.
Ooh, it's hopefully not a Sunday, because...
Yeah, it wasn't a...
It wasn't businesses are on Sundays.
It was a Saturday.
Oh, it's super open. I mean, it's convention center.
It has to be open. Yeah. It's convention center. So I go to the next one. I open it. It's locked.
Weird.
Locked.
Weird.
Locked.
What?
Locked.
No.
Forrest. All the doors are locked.
That's fucked up, man.
What the fuck? And I'm peeking into the...
You see it?
I'm peeking into the convention center. One door, past the first, things, is open.
Yeah.
Someone is in there.
What if you knock really hard?
I didn't do that.
What if you broke the glass?
I could have broken the glass.
What if you break in? You could be one of those fans.
I could have been. I feel like if I tried to break in, I would have been Breaking Bad.
Yeah, and you would have been bad for breaking.
Yeah, I would have been bad for breaking. But I peeked in, I saw the statues right there, but all the doors were locked. My dad was like
side doors. Oh, that's so sad, man.
Yeah, my parents are like, we have to go.
Yeah.
So I look back. Another failed moment for George. That could have been cool. First the Spam Museum, then the Golden Gate Bridge, then this. Then I feel like there was Culver's. Didn't get to go to Culver's. No rainforest cafes either.
Not a single one.
Not a single rainforest.
And you drove past so many.
We drove. That would have been such an easy bone to throw me.
Yeah, just one meal.
One
meal at a single rainforest cafe.
Just me going inside and buying a little piece of merchandise.
Time it so that you get to be there when there's a thunderstorm.
We don't really have to time it. They have to every 10 minutes.
It's every 20, but who cares?
Just there was one right by the International Spam Museum that we drove by that we didn't go into. There was one in Nashville, Tennessee that we would by the time we even got to Nashville, Tennessee, it was closed anyway, so we didn't get to see it. We drove by the world's biggest Bass Pro Shop, which is one place that
crazy to drive by and not go in.
Really wanted to go.
Granted, if I went there, I'd probably spend 3 or 4 hours in there.
I would spend because I want to go to each floor. I want to see what's all.
And then I want to hit them all back so I can do my bits.
And on the day that we drove by, we were already running a little late. We were stopping more than we should have been. So out of the question to stop there. So another George place that we just couldn't go to. I'm so dehydrated and car sick and anxious and hungry and just so tired of being in a car, being out of Virginia.
Yeah, and you're sitting in the very back of the car as well.
I'm in the back of the car. The way that they put the cooler back there too. So I couldn't
you're
I couldn't even fully spread my legs. It was I would have
you're basically luggage at that point. You're just cramped in the back of suitcases.
I had such insane back problems.
Yeah.
While it was going on too, it was just such a terrible trip for me.
Sounds awful.
It was just the peak moment of that trip up until that point was beating Ocarina of Time on my Switch. That was the best part of the trip for me. I beat the game and I was like, hey guys, I beat the game. And they're like, oh, okay, cool. That was it.
I mean...
That was my moment on the trip up until this point.
Up until what point, George?
Up until the day right before coming home.
What happened?
The day before coming home. The next day, I'm just so over it. I want to be back home so bad. I want to film a podcast. I want to write a sketch. I want to do anything except be in a car for 10 hours straight.
Absolutely.
So we're driving, and I'm just kind of sulking in my own world, just wanting to be back home, listening to music, listening to my friend's song that just dropped. Her name is Rhine. George put it up on screen.
Oh, check it out. Good song.
It's a really good song. I don't know if you listen to it, but
totally good song.
And it was just rough. And then my dad pulled over, and we were stopping. And I was like, where are we stopping?
Another piss break.
Gotta piss again. And then my dad's like, hey guys, this is Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's.
I kind of knew about Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
It's a gas station with a beaver mascot. Oh, that's pretty cool.
They make their own brisket. It's a thing.
Yeah, and we pull in. It's like, whoa, this gas station is huge. What the fuck? So he pulls over. We all go inside. We're all looking around. I'm having a great time because it's I love my stupid little guys.
Yeah.
Dumb little mascots. Dumb, stupid. This is like a gas station with a beaver mascot that has beaver memorabilia all over.
It's so fucking stupid.
It's so dumb.
It's awesome.
It's so dumb. And I had such a great time. I was looking around.
Yeah, and when you go into Buc-ee's, everything is Buc-ee's brand. It's like Trader Joe's almost. Like everything is Buc-ee's branded. It's not. Yeah. It's not like there's a fucking Slim Jim over there. It's not. That's Buc-ee's penis.
It's Buc-ee's Slim Jim. This is Buc-ee's caramel popcorn. This is Buc-ee's gummy worms.
Buc-ee's nuts.
Yeah.
Apparently, Buc-ee's nuts are really good.
Yeah, it's like the main thing that they sell. And you know, like. I'm like my mom was telling me a couple like fun facts about Buc-ee's, like the person who made it, his nickname was Beaver, and his dad would call him Buc-ee Beaver. I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. And so like we're at checkout for something, and my mom is talking to the person, and she's like, is this the world's largest Buc-ee's? And the lady's like, no, the world's largest Buc-ee's was just built 3 weeks ago.
Whoa.
In blah 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 Tennessee, I forget like specifically where. And when I hear the words "world's largest Buc-ee's," I just stare at my mom.
I mean, this is the last thing that you could have on this show.
Exactly. And she was like, if it's on the way.
Yeah.
And so I look up the address. It is directly on the way.
I mean, you love
back home.
That's awesome.
5 hours left on the trip.
Yeah.
One last place. I'm like, can we go here?
Yeah.
And they're like, sure, George. Sure. Everyone else is like also exhausted on this trip.
Yeah, nobody else wants to be there though.
A road trip is like, exhausted. We all just kind of want to be home right now. Me especially out of everyone.
Yeah.
But I just needed
like a thing.
I needed one thing.
Yeah, everything else has been basically taken from you.
I bought a shirt.
It's
I
a nice
got
shirt.
a couple rings and bracelets.
Yeah.
But I needed like a place.
Yeah.
I needed a place.
You needed like one experience.
I needed one experience.
That was like positive.
That I could talk about. So we drive like maybe an hour and a half, right? Mm-hmm. And Forrest, close your eyes.
Okay. I hate it when we do this on the pod. We do it too much.
Audience, video viewers, look at the screen. We see the sign. I see the sign for it. Buc-ee's. It's showing a bunch of slogans like Buc-ee Beavers. It's beautiful. I'm already editing music in for it, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm editing music into this.
I'm hoping.
I'm looking at it out from the outside. I'm like, whoa, this is beautiful. There are so many cars. Everyone in the entire world is trying to go into this one Buc-ee's. So we find a way to maneuver inside. And I go, we circle around. And I see it in view. I'm astounded. There's an inflatable Buc-ee's right outside. Oh, wait. I take a picture right in front of it.
Like an inflatable guy?
An inflatable Buc-ee's. Buc-ee the Beaver. Wow. I take a picture of it. There's a bronze statue Buc-ee's. Wow. I take a picture in front of him. It's beautiful. I go inside, Forrest. It was like the size of a Target.
Whoa!
It was beautiful.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going in. They're like pool noodles. Yeah. And there are snacks galore. Mm-hmm. And there are like cow heads. You can buy a cow head, like a cow skull. That's kind of weird.
Is it like? Have you ever been to a Tractor Supply store?
No.
Is it just like a bunch of like weird Southern shit?
It is a bunch of weird Southern shit. There was like they were like cooking brisket. Like there were a bunch of people cooking brisket. Right,
yeah, that's like a Buc-ee's like thing. It's like they have like homemade brisket sandwiches.
And the people were like, they were singing, they were chanting at one point. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I was going through the entire store. So much was going through my mind. I was going through I looked at the aisles. I was doing that. It was so crazy. And then I see him.
Who's him?
Buc-ee the Beaver.
Wait, like a person?
Like a person in a Chuck E. Cheese mascot suit. I see him. Uh-huh. He's taking pictures with people.
Holy shit.
I get in line. Mm-hmm. I'm ecstatic. I'm licking my lips. I got a picture with Buc-ee Beaver.
Wow.
And I got my moment.
Yeah.
I gave him a high five, took a picture with him. I did the little like heart thing. Mm-hmm. And I had my moment.
That's beautiful, man.
16 days.
Yeah.
Of driving, being dehydrated, being hungry, being tired, all led up to me in a gas station taking a picture with a cartoon beaver.
You know what? I wouldn't have it any other way.
I left that store with a Buc-ee's pillow pet.
Which is insane that they sell a Buc-ee's pillow pet.
It's only at the world's largest one.
Wow.
Which is only like 4 hours away. Just throwing that one out there.
It's good to know. I am so very down to go.
It's only 4 hours away. I left with a Buc-ee's pillow pet, a hat, a sweatshirt. I even tried I got one of their briskets. It was pretty good. Could have used like some pickles or like a little like something else. It was just like the bread, the brisket, and like the barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
But it was pretty good. I think that was the first place that I was in that made me smile.
Yeah, you cracked a smile.
I had a huge smile on my mom took a picture of me and she said, I've never seen you that happy.
Yeah, you're like an emo kids walking into Spencer's.
Yeah, it was beautiful. On the way back home, I watched a bunch of like Buc-ee's video essays just about the history of it. It's not that interesting. Just kind of like, this guy made this place because his nickname was Buc-ee.
Yeah.
He had a dog named Buck. He was a beaver, so he made it.
How do you think you get to the point of being like the CEO of a gas station?
Yeah.
And thinking, okay, guys, we got a franchise. we'll give him gas, whatever. We gotta make a Target-sized one of us.
Yeah.
And we have to have a guy in a Chuck E. Cheese suit walking around.
I'm pretty sure he, like, the guy in the Chuck E. Cheese, the guy in the Buc-ee Beaver thing, he only comes out like every once in a while. I got there at the opportune time to take a picture with him. Because he's not just chilling in that suit 8 hours a day. No. He's like coming in and out.
Yeah.
So it was...
Sometimes they need him to cook brisket.
Exactly. Have Buc-ee on the grill, cooking the brisket.
Dude, if Buc-ee was on the grill, that'd be fucking awesome.
The Buc-ee mascot guy, he didn't have like eye holes. He just had like someone else there. Yeah. Right? So like the lady would be like, alright, someone's here, high five. So he'd like put his hand up and then high five him, and then you'd like take the picture, and then the lady would like scoot you away.
So he couldn't see.
He couldn't see anything. He probably couldn't even breathe there.
That's awesome.
I want to be the Buc-ee's mascot one day.
I mean, it's only a 4-hour commute.
I'll do that. I'll do that drive every day. Yeah. Drive in, drive out. I wouldn't move like to Tennessee.
No.
Because it's like
Tennessee? I don't think so.
On the way back, on our road trip, we went down Route 66, which is like a very...
That's the Cars one, right?
That's the Cars one. I'm not a big fan of the Cars franchise anyway. We would go into different gas stations, and they'd like be staring at me a little bit.
That's
right?
cool. That's cool,
like, like the cashiers, right? And like I would never steal.
No, that's not you.
No. But it's like they'd be staring at me like I was, and they'd like look at me and they'd be like, "Need help looking for something?" And I was like, "No, I'm just looking around." There was also this really weird phenomenon while I was on the trip, where in different places, right, I would be like out, and then I'd feel someone watching me, right?
Yeah.
And so I'd turn around, and there'd be some woman or like girls were just like staring at me in public.
What?
Yeah, they'd look at me and they'd be smiling, and I was so confused. I think they might have been racist, Forrest. I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably it.
That's probably what it was.
Yeah, I turn around and there's someone looking at you and smiling. It's probably because they're racist.
Probably thinking some very racist thoughts. They're probably funny. I wish they would have shared them with me.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we should have gotten them on the pod. Just like abduct one of them.
Get them on the pod. Let them show all their racist racist ideologies with me.
We could have a debate episode.
Is racism good for this country? That's a good tagline.
That's a really good tagline.
That's a really good tagline, because like when we post these episodes, we always go, we answer the age-old question. Yeah. Blah blah blah.
Yep.
And they answer the age-old question: Is
racism good for the country?
Damn, that's fantastic. Yeah. That might be the tagline for this episode.
We're not going to talk about it further.
No. It's
so
going to be entirely clickbait. It's going to be entirely clickbait, but
you know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, why not clickbait a little?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
We're just playing the game.
We're playing the game.
The YouTube game.
We're killing the game.
We're killing the game. God, there's never been a more successful podcast.
But yeah, then we just drove the rest of the way home.
Yeah.
The best part of the trip was going to Buc-ee's, going to this gas station. Do I think it was worth 2 weeks of driving around the rest of the country to do this?
Yes.
Not really. No.
Okay.
But you know what? It's an experience that I had. And I'll just leave it at that, I guess.
Oh, I mean that sounds great. While you were away, everything stopped.
That's
so nothing happened here.
Yeah. Did you hang out with anyone while I was gone? Because I'm the only person that you hang out with.
You're not the only person I hang out with.
It's like me and I can't think of anyone else. Did you play spike ball at all without me?
I didn't.
Okay, thank God.
I would never spike ball without you, George. You're my only teammate. You're the only teammate for me. Yeah, no, I mean, of course hung out with people when you were gone.
Yeah, I got you.
Just like, I really did go places and people were like, oh, what's up with George? Where is he? Like, who are asking me? And it was just like...
Are they not followers of the Instagram story?
It was a little weird. I won't lie, it was a little weird.
It would have been weird.
Or, yeah, like seeing people you don't see very often, that have only seen us together.
Okay.
Like, neither of us separate.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, wait, aren't you normally, like, with a guy? What the fuck do y'all think this is?
What's the black one?
What, do you think we're dating and we kiss?
No. We did...
Well, we're not dating.
We're not dating.
So there's that.
Yeah.
I'm glad we did that and then you left for 2 weeks.
Like pretty much like the day after I was like, alright, well, bye. Bye, Forrest. See you in 2 weeks. No,
my schedule's actually a lot freed up. I just did a lot of productive things, got my life more in order.
That's good.
I'm like totally ready to go to college now.
Oh, what did you do? Did you like pack up or?
Oh God, no. Okay. I made a list of things I need to get, so I'm like totally ready.
You know, you're already ahead of me because I still haven't done that yet.
Well, no, because you already did all the like stuff the first year.
Yeah, but there's like a lot of new stuff that I kind of want, you know, because like now I have a queen size bed that I'm gonna have there, and my Minecraft sheets that I bought are for twins.
We have one friend that can teach you the ways of Facebook Marketplace. She's
going crazy,
unreasonably good at it.
Yeah.
Like,
do you think I could find Minecraft bed sheets on Facebook Marketplace?
I don't know if you can find queen-sized ones.
Yeah, that's like an Amazon thing.
A queen-size Minecraft bed sheet probably isn't really made. But you know, I think you're ready to move up to like Roblox or something.
No, God no.
Or just like not Minecraft.
Dude, so many people when they would walk into my dorm room last year, the first thing that they point out is, "Oh, I love your Minecraft bed sheets." That's a staple. I gotta have it.
My bad.
I gotta have it.
Okay, gotta have it. It's like the biggest flavor at Cold Stone. That's cool, man.
Can't believe you would ignore that. I love Minecraft. Roblox, I fucking hate Roblox.
You love Minecraft? I'm pretty sure you've never played like that much Minecraft.
I played a lot of Minecraft. I just never beat the Ender Dragon.
Dude, that's like embarrassing.
It is kind of embarrassing. I do have to fix it.
If you beat Majora's Mask in Ocarina of Time, you should beat Minecraft.
I played Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I did have a guide.
Really?
For some parts.
Wow.
Like I would go like 8 hours in.
Yeah.
The point of the game is you're supposed to like explore every corner.
Yeah.
So that you could like get a bunch of items, stuff like that, and they would like tell you hints on how to like do stuff. Like you're not supposed to like go through a dungeon just straight.
Yeah. You're supposed to like look at everything.
Yeah. But
I just not that kind of person.
I just kind of wanted to beat the games just to say I could have.
That's fair.
So,
I
like,
mean,
but I wouldn't just like pull up a guide, right, and then just go like through the entire game. I would like play up until I like, get stuck. I'd try stuff for like maybe like 10 minutes. I'd look up a guide for like the answer. I'd do it, and then I just like go about the rest of the dungeon trying to beat it.
I'm not that guy. I never look up guides. In fact, I think Assassin's Creed Black Flag or like one of the older ones.
Yeah.
I beat that game on like Explorers mode, which means that you don't get like the nav points or like the waypoints or anything.
Okay.
And you don't really get to fast travel. Or I think you might be able to fast travel, but I didn't. And you don't get like quest dots. You just get like, oh, this is southeast of this area in that general location in some city market. Have fun, asshole. It was like the most in touch. I would recommend it. It was actually really, really fun.
I'm not a big Assassin's Creed
guy. It was like I would not do that again.
No. I don't usually like play with guides, but Zelda games are designed to have a guide with them. Like all the older ones.
Old style Nintendo games, that's like absolutely a way they made a lot of money. Yeah. Because they sold guidebooks because I mean those games are hard, like, or they can be very hard.
Yeah. Like the original NES Zelda game cannot be beaten without a guide. It's literally impossible.
Really?
Like there's some like tiles that you have to place a bomb there, or you have to like light on fire that look like exactly like everything else. Like the point of the original Zelda game. Sorry for nerding out on the podcast.
Yeah, no, go for it.
The point of the original Zelda game was that you're supposed to like have it play through it the entire summer, just going around and like just like fucking with a bunch of random shit.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh whoa, there's like a thing here. How would I have ever have known this? Yeah. That's why they made the guys, so that they could be like, oh, well, if you do this, you can actually beat the game.
That makes sense.
You find this dungeon. After this dungeon, which you have to go to this place and this place and this place and this place, which is never told to you. It's like, why did they design it like that? Max playtime.
Yeah, so much playtime. I mean, the replayability of that is insane.
Not nowadays. Back in the day, it was revolutionary.
Yeah.
But like,
there were also less games, so the market was less saturated.
It was like that. It was like that. Mario and Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt's awesome.
Duck Hunt is great.
Although I hate hunting games.
Just in general.
Yeah, they're like weird. If I want to play a first-person shooter, I'd rather be shooting humans
instead of ducks.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's the same way that like people get more sad when dogs die.
In movies.
In movies.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Because I also don't want to hunt in real life. I don't want to shoot people in real life.
I don't want to hunt in real life, but like, I'd rather shoot a guy than shoot like a deer.
Yeah. Well, because I'm shooting terrorists.
Yeah.
Which I also don't want to do in real. You know what? Never mind. I just don't like hunting. I think they're weird.
Mm-hmm. I'm just not a big like fan of shooters.
Oh I'm a big shooter. As we talked about earlier, I'm a little bit of a machine gun. But speaking of machine guns,
that's all the time that we have.
That's all the time we have. This machine gun of conversation has ran out of bullets.
That was smooth.
We'll reload and see you next time.
Thank you for listening to me whine about my road trip for an hour.
Yeah.
And you know what? We'll see you next time. I needed that. See you next time. What a shitty outro.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wait! Okay. George is too obese for his chair.
Oh, what the fuck?
Which one of us was funnier?
Which one of us was funnier? Audio listeners, I just fell off my chair. My chair just broke. I got too excited.
Which one was funnier this episode?
Elizabeth, don't make a fat joke about that.
Please let us know. Goodbye, we need to go.
Bye. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? I got too jumpy. Dude, what the fuck? I got too excited. Oh, man.
Are you good?
Let me... How the fuck am I supposed to get out of this?
Help?
No,
hey, man.
Just gonna show this one to camera. What the fuck? Oh, man. Alright, well, that's going in the trash. These are old chairs anyway. Bye-bye.
Dude, what the fuck?
That saved the outro.
That was crazy. That was a crazy thing to have happen.